Okay, blooper. Nothing like having chicken juice in your kitchen. Okay, hey guys, Rhodey is finishing his bowl. I'll have to show you before he devoured it, before I could get to this. I've been making, I'm going to try to speed through this. I've been making, instead of buying him canned dog food, because for the last, year, we've had him going on 2 years come April. So ever since we got him, and he was so malnutritioned and all of that, I would buy canned dog food and mix it. Rhodey, you left a few crumbs, baby. And mix it with dry food, anything we could. Eggs, cooking him scrambled eggs and mixing that. Just anything we could get him to eat. And that first year was so hard. Well, this year, what I've been doing is buying bags of 5-pound bags and 10-pound bags of chicken legs, chicken quarters. Sometimes I find chicken quarters with the thigh meat and everything, but 10-pound bags. The last bag I bought was $8.80 for a 10-pound bag of chicken quarters. That's legs and thighs, skin, everything. Throw that in your crock pot. Put it on low, throw it in your crock pot, and walk away for 24, 30 hours. I really let mine go about 26, 27, up to 30 hours, just to make sure those long leg bones are super mushy, because you can just push them, you can just pinch them, and they are, they just mush. There we go. Quick. Oh. She did. Bring the roll. Oh. Rhodey's gonna be licking that. Ugh. Okay, blooper. Nothing like having chicken juice in your kitchen. Spill. Thankfully, it didn't run behind. Bounty to the rescue. Oh, golly. That trash is going to have to go out now. That's going to get the bleach going. Let's try this again. Rim's going to come in here and go crazy with this. Okay, we'll go ahead. Pour this. Okay. Now, well, this is 10 pounds of chicken quarters.
Minus the juice that just went all over the counter.
Oh, I hate touching chicken, but so chicken quarters, still a little frozen. That is fine. So what I'm going to do now is turn it on low. But I can't touch anything because I have chicken fingers. Since this is still frozen, the chicken is frozen, that's why I've got this on high. It's just to get the heat going. This is going to thaw. And I don't worry about locking my lid down. This is just kind of to try to keep some of the steam in and keep it, thawing faster. But not that it even matters. It's going to be in here for 24 to 28 hours. I find that 27, 28 hours makes me a little more comfortable about these bones, that they're more mushy. I don't want to accidentally have a bone that still has some splintering effect through it. So I go ahead and I've done it for 27 to 28, so maybe even pushing 30 hours, because really, once I just set the lid on it and I just push it back here to the back of the counter, and I'll look at it probably, this is morning time, so tomorrow afternoon will have been maybe 28, 30 hours, and I'll probably just kick it off, and then I just let it cool for another 6 or however many hours. It doesn't matter. Once it's finally all cool, I make sure all the bones, I go in and I squish them basically with my tongs here. I just squish all the bones and get all the marrow, mix everything in. Skin, cartilage, fat, everything just gets mixed in. So this couldn't be easier. The hardest part was spilling was when I spilled the juice on the counter. So yuck. Okay, and I'm gonna set this back here, and now it's ready to go. Okay, I'll bring you along as we stir it and when it gets finished. So anyway, literally it is the easiest thing in the world. And then when it's done, I just unplug it and let it cool. Just go on your day, let it cool. I usually scoop out, that's what I did. I've got a new pot that I haven't backed up yet. I go ahead and I go in and use my tongs and I just mush the bones, all that marrow. The skin is gone. It's kind of disintegrated. The cartilages, the fats, everything is just, gone. You could drain off the broth if you want, or I guess it is just the broth, not stock. But you could drain that off and like can it if you wanted it. I choose to leave it in there for Rhodey, so he gets all those fats and stuff, because between the fats and the marrow and the bones, hey baby, I hear you. The bones, the calcium in the bones, just all the vitamins, the nutrition in that is crazy. And literally 88 cents a pound you cannot buy dog food for that. And it is so easy, so easy. So I've been doing that, and so when it cools, I do like to measure out. I have my little kitchen scale, and I just get little sandwich Ziplocs, little sandwich bags, and open them up, and I put it on the scale, and I measure out about 12 ounces. A can of dog food it's not 16 ounces, guys, so they just keep putting less and less in those cans. It's about 12 ounces on most everything I've seen. It's 12 or 13. So that's kind of what I measure out in my Ziploc bags. And so that way, when I pull a bag out, and I keep them in the freezer. So I usually end up with 12 to 15, 16 bags. It kind of depends on how many times I've pulled out, given him some before I actually separate it all out. I flatten them out, stack them on top of each other, and put them in the freezer. And then I pull out about 2 or 3 at a time, and I let them thaw in the fridge. And that way, it lasts. So I know I have, up to 2 weeks or so of basically, you can't call it canned food. It's wet food. Sometimes I throw rice in there. If you want to beef it up, you could put, I have put in brown rice before. I choose not to do the white rice, but brown rice for him. You can do peas, carrots. I try to do more of the little bit of nutritional veggies if I want to, just give it more volume. It'll go farther. But here lately, I've just been doing all of the meat. And then, like right now, I got a little bit of his kibble, because we've been able to get him basically his self-feeder, and we just fill that with kibble. So he's always got food. He's always got food if he's hungry. But every day I try to come out here and I feed him his wet food. And it's just, it's like a can's worth. And it's just to keep those extra calories on him. I did throw some kibble in his bowl today. And, he just devours it. So it's just, I just love this boy. He is such a picky eater, which doesn't make sense because he was a stray and he was literally malnutritioned, living out, I don't understand, other than we got him. He had tick-borne illnesses. He had heartworms. So, they have come in a couple of months, the vet said there will be no worms alive in his heart. Because they will have died off. After 2 years, the heartworms are gone as long as they've been on heartworm prevention and treatment. And so they'll be gone. We don't know what extent the heartworms did to his heart. We know that because of either his age and his life and the heartworms situation, the tick-borne illnesses, all of that, he does not have a lot of energy. He cannot run like dogs his size and age probably, and he can't, he would not truthfully be able to fend off coyotes and things like that if they were to get up here at our sheep. He's an early warning system for us, but that's another reason why we bring the animals in at night and they come up here into the bays and they're not out in the fields at night. We've got hot wire, we've got new fencing, we've got hot wires. So we're several fields in. A predator would have to get into one of our fields and then get inside this field where they're at. So we've got multiple layers in that sense. I hope that that's enough. And he has a good what's the word I want to use? He's got a good bluff. He's big. He can bark with the best of them, and he's alert. It's just we've seen him in action when dogs got on him. That was very soon after we had him, though, within the first several months. And a pack of dogs, 3 dogs on our road, they took him down, and they just about killed him, I think. I caught him, ran him off, got him somehow back in the yard. Hello, everybody. Well, this has not been a very good day or morning so far. It's pretty early. There's Mr. Rhodey. Not doing good. Not doing good. Let's see him back there. He's been getting out of his, field area. We've got him 2 sections closed off or, fenced in with our chickens. But I think he's been a roamer for probably most of his life. So here we are a month in and have not been able to keep him in the majority of the time, especially in the evenings, or when we leave and have to go somewhere and come back. He got out this morning. There were some dogs barking down the road. Okay. Yeah, he's still there. I'm really trying to keep an eye on him. And boy, sorry about this shaky camera. That's me. And we just have to be very diligent about not letting him get out. Even though when he has gotten out, he's always stayed on our property. But at that time, he went out our front gate to the roadside and he was laying down in our driveway. kind of like, I just feel like this is my property now. This was his territory. Don't come near it. A car was leaving, their property, their house. They let their dogs follow them. And they were aggressive, mid-sized dogs. And the 3 of them took him on. And they got him down in a bar ditch on his side, in a narrow bar ditch where he couldn't maneuver, and they were on him. So anyway, that's what I found. He didn't do so well after that. So we're just I'm very careful about making sure he never gets out. And it's not because I'm afraid he'll leave. It's because I'm afraid of what he might encounter. And he's a little more fragile, the heartworms, and we don't know what tick-borne illness exactly and what all toll it might have taken on him, but he's just had a rough life up until now. And I think that's part of the endearing factor to me, is that this boy found us, and he was almost next to dead, and he was in front of our driveway, and I just I had to nurse him back to health. And so he's really one of my top favorites. He is actually my favorite on this property, I think. Anyway, I've rambled. He walked off and left me with the empty bowl. So I just wanted to tell you guys what I've been doing for homemade dog food. It is by far cheaper than any canned dog food you can buy. I have not found any quality canned dog food for less than $1 a can. And even the very low quality, you can find them on sale sometimes, but you're searching high and low for that, and that's $1 a can. This was 88 cents. So hands down, it couldn't be easier. And I know that the nutritional value is far beyond anything that I could, commercially processed and mass produced. So y'all should try it. If you got animals and you feed them canned dog food, try the chicken. And you could really do it with a lot. I have not tried other meats and with the bones and stuff. I just know the bones with that marrow and the bone itself, that it cooks down and it's just like mush. It just mushes in your fingers, all of those end pieces and everything. There's so much nutrition there. So anyway, I'll get off of here, and I'm going to throw in the clips where you can see what it looks like when I'm cooking it and start it and all that. And anyway, try it. Your little 4-legged fur baby is going to love it. So we'll catch y'all on the next one. Thanks. Be blessed. Bye-bye.